activity right now in real time. I'm not lying to you. Literally, Obama is in on it. He's part of the government. The government is running a terrorist op on the people. I'm not lying to you. This is not a schizophrenic episode. So whoever tells you stuff like that, keep an eye on them because they might be the enemy. Some people are genuinely ignorant, dumb, or whatever the case may be, depending on who it is that you're dealing with. Hold up, right there. They tried to do it right there, dumb. And they tried to dumb down my brain activity. They're doing it right now. They're interacting with my brains right now in real time. And when I said the word dumb, they tried to use it inadvertently against me to lower. You see right there, you see that little breakup on words that I just had right there? Because I called out exactly what the computer was doing with me inadvertently. You see what I mean? So what the enemy are doing is they're using advanced technology like uh, back in 2001, they staged 9/11 and they matched up. I mean, look at the artwork that they created. They matched CGI planes hitting real towers and created explosions through what you planted bombs on buildings. You see what I mean on the 9/11 towers, and it was all done right in our faces. It was a deception in front of everyone. They went on to create a war out of it. Not only so it wasn't only a deception. Well, their weakness, weak. That's the word I'm perceiving right now from my phone. My phone. They're using literally my phone. Sometimes they use the camera to zoom into my head, like if they're zooming into my brain activities and shit like you know what I'm saying. I know exactly how it works. You see right there, one of them just literally walked away right now. The image of Obama too. Like if Obama is using his inner self, uh, working with technology, like if they're using a cyber version. Okay, hold up. Now Tobias, that's someone I grew up with that they recruited against me, and now they're trying to interact back my lower back. Like before, they were because I just had back surgery, spine surgery on my back, and before that, my back was really hurt, and they were interacting with me through my pain before, through my and most of the interactions they had with me was through my lower back pain. So right now they were searching through an access point through my back to see if there was pain on my back. And since I just had surgery, I'm recovering now. So the same pain that was there is not there anymore. One of my discs was bulging. It was like okay, the disc. Let's check it. The disc it was bulging against the nerve canal, and it was giving me this nerve pain, consistent nerve pain for years. So I wasn't feeling like myself 100%. I wasn't feeling like myself for like years. I wasn't feeling like myself. I was diminishing. The moment I moved here, my energy went down because I hurt my back unloading my stuff here. I thought I was gonna die. I really thought I didn't care if I died or not. But you know, anyways, hold up. Rant. Right now, while I'm speaking, they're interacting with my brains and they're trying to come up with strategies to lower my energy output. Right now, literally, right now, as I'm speaking, you see how I was just explaining my, because sometimes when I go into that type of explanation, how I hurt my back when I unloaded my stuff, when I moved to this house, when I bought this house about a year and a half ago or more, I hurt my back and I go into that explanation to, explain how I was really hurt. And while I go through that explanation, they have a protocol that activates. So their advanced technology recognizes patterns where, like, if I speak about the moment I decide to make a video, the technology interacts with my brain, and it comes up with it goes into a protocol mode to try to disrupt me from speaking on the video the way I want. You see what I mean? So this technology-based targeting that they got against me is very elaborate. It's very high. It's very advanced. It's not just some dumb computer doing stuff. It literally interacts with me, and it doesn't do everything on its own. They go and program it to do certain things, and they go and update it in certain areas to, like, so sometimes let's say it's doing like a complete opposite. reaction to what I do. So like if I'm about to think about make a video and is doing a complete opposite reaction to me. It's going into protocol modes or whatever, and I decide to go to the bathroom. It throws it off, so it's in protocol mode. It's stuck there. And let's say I decide to go from live to this a live video right here to making a regular video. It'll go into protocol mode to from wherever I was. You see what I mean? And they got to update it and adjust it. Okay, to the computer, you got to do this, that. You see? So they got to update the computer to follow what I'm doing and react to it. Like they're trying to use me, my what I do inadvertently against me. Like you just saw right here and there through the course of this live video till now that the technology that they're using to target me, I'm being targeted for speaking the truth about terrorism in this country. The government, like I said, has terrorists working within it. Obama, Hillary, come on, she obviously got covered up. She's supposed to be locked up. Obama's a terrorist. He ran guns to Mexico, Operation Fast and Furious, and stuff like that. Right now, when I mentioned Hillary and Obama, a fucking like an astral projection image of someone like a federal agent or some shit came to and literally was right here, but like right here. And I saw it just now, and he just took a look at me like to see what I was doing, like what I was talking about. Like when I talk about like so when someone talks about you, sometimes you get a notification like, wait a minute, I feel like someone's talking about me, right? That kind of shit. So they sent someone like the computer, or instead of them doing it, like the computer does. It's like so the targeting system that they got going on is very elaborate. Like I told you, see what I mean? It's advanced and shit like that. We could easily take it down and shit. It's not like invincible and shit by any means at all. It just runs out of a lot of deceptions and illusions. You can easily overcome it, but it does most of the work for them. You see what I mean? Like they just stand there and think about certain things, and the computer creates something out of it, like that's way out of their imagination. Like hold up, no, right there it was trying to create something with me to try to like, let me see, what was it, the trajectory of this thing, confusion. I've been getting targeted for years now by this, and it wasn't like this before. When I moved to this house, it they ramped up the intensity because I moved to this house with the intentions to expose them completely, to completely destroy the targeting system, the terrorist organization that's working within this country through the government, targeting people who speak the truth. That's why there's a lot of people that can't get anywhere with movements. We make a movement for this, that, whatever, and they, the news will call the movement crazy, or they try to make it. The lies are right in your face. They're working collectively together, separately from different areas like the news, government, even in street gangs too. There's enemies in street gangs, terrorists at street gangs too, who will act like if the truth ain't the truth. You see what I mean? They act like your friends, but they hate you. They really do hate you. They're not like us. We're normal. If you're not like them, you're normal. You see what I mean? And they want people, they like to, they're liars and deceivers. It's just like what the Bible describes about Satan and Satanists. Even though Satan is not real, it doesn't exist, but they work through the lie, Satan, the lie. And so they created the lie, Satan, to work inadvertently through. You see what I mean? They act like Satan asked them to create it so he could work through them. You see, it's kind of that kind of. I know exactly what it's all about. Anyways, so the technology that they're working with does most. You see, right there, I had a little the vocal distortion time. That's one of the tactics right there where they use. It's the latest tactic. Sometimes they go to the latest updates and shit to see what kind of tricks they could use against me and shit. Like they literally go. They have a database that they created of tricks that had effects with me, and sometimes like I think it was this morning. yesterday they activated like all the tricks and it was going crazy, and I started defending myself and shit, like, I started defending myself and I ended up submitting them, overcoming, and I ended up beating them. I always end up beating them. They can't beat me. So the computer is pretty like disappointed that it can't beat me and stuff like that. Because I know what I'm doing. I'm on the side of truth. God is the truth. They're on the side of lies. Lies are empty. The truth has solidarity, evidence, substance. You see what I mean? Stuff like that is real. You know what I'm saying? Like truth. They're based mainly in the imagination. They have bodies, physical bodies too, but they're mainly in the imagination. You see what I mean? Like these are real physical individuals who are working inadvertently through technology to target people and stage real life events within society, like 9/11, like I told you guys, here in this country, and we're seeing it play out in the open, right on TV, video. It's right in your face. It's right in your face. They're not even, so they gotta be like that. They gotta be right in your face, lie, act like, what I'm saying, they're friends. Like, you see how Hillary goes on TV with the biggest, brightest fucking smile, you know what I'm saying? And you know she's a criminal. Obama, too. You see what I mean? Like, they're right. And those are like puppets that I could point out to you that are popular. Hold up, hold up, hold up. They're trying to like earlier I told you guys, they're trying to look for a weak spot to work through right now. So I guess when someone left, it created some kind of like weakness or something, because I had two viewers watching my life just now, and when the other viewer left, because now I got one instead of two. I guess it created some kind of weakness, or he's probably one of them or some shit like that. And when he left, it felt like I felt like they were probing to see if the back pain that I had before was there, so that they could continue to use that as an access point to try to make me feel miserable, lower, inferior. That was one of their tactics, their strategies, to try to make me feel inferior, because I represent God directly in this human body. I'm literally the messenger of truth in human form, in this body, me, not Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is the fake messenger, the one that you don't see, the one that you can't interact with. You can't speak to Jesus directly. The messenger of truth is always supposed to be during the point time point where you're living through. So right now, me, I'm the real original messenger of truth. I'm telling you the real truth right now. I'm going directly to the point, straight to the point. Like, I'm really the messenger. I know that I'm the messenger of truth. A lot of people say that stuff, but they just can't prove it to you. They just say stuff or whatever. They may speak some truth here and there, but you know, I know who I am. I lived. I literally grew up, like Lucifer literally grew up with me. Zeus, the representation of Zeus, physical, grew up with me. I grew up around these what you call deities and shit like that. My cousin Wilfredo Ruiz Carrero, he's like a backwards wannabe backwards devil. Like, yo, I grew up with these individuals. I know who I am, and I set up life to be a certain type of way, so that even to right now where I am living right now, where I'm in this house. There was a thing about these three Mexicans that I was gonna run into when I lived in this house, particular house right here or somewhere, right? And they were gonna be saying things. I got a neighbor to my right here is the back of my house, across the street, and there's an empty field behind my house, and across the street from the field, there's a house to the right, and they're targeting me. They're Mexicans. Mexicans deal with Satanism a lot, brujeria, Satanism, idolatry, spiritualism and stuff like that. So spiritualism and witchcraft and stuff like that deals with paying attention to. It's about lies and deceptions and stuff like that, acting like your friends and shit like that. But what they do is they pay attention to you and they pay it to, and like let's say I'm right here at home right now, and I've spent a lot of time at home. I isolated myself from my friends' families because I don't trust them. There were a bunch of like satanic fucks and shit. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I isolated myself from the negative aspects of the individuals that I was surrounded with. So now that I live here, like, okay, hold up, because I was going too fast. So yeah, so my point is that I moved here, and the thing is that since I'm here and they're there, the thing about witchcraft is that they gotta pay attention to how you feel so they can react. So the thing about witchcraft is that they like to know or have information and keep it from you, like telepathy. A lot of people think that speaking with your mind to someone else is crazy, and that's what they make you think so that you don't use it and they could use it against you. You see what I mean? They can mess with you like little devils and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like probing to see, and like there's people that like there's a lot of occultic stuff that happens in society that a lot of people don't talk about. Like when you talk to girls or girls talk to each other or whatever, talk to a guy, a lot of it is occultic. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that you don't say, but you're saying it but without saying. You see what I mean? So like sometimes you look at a girl's butt and you're not even looking at it, like you're not trying to be a pervert. You just glare at it by mistake or glance at it by mistake, just browsing through with your eyes. You just look at it, and then she starts talking to you. What do you want to do? But it's like a mental kind of conversation. You know, you know what I'm talking about, right? Occultic conversation. So these types of things have been a thing in society where a lot of people haven't been able to expose it. They just haven't exposed it because the Freemasons and the Illuminati, they run a lot of it. They run a lot of it where they want people to be occultic and not speak about it and keep it a secret, which there are no secrets. The truth knows everything, so there are no secrets. God is the truth. The truth knows everything. God is all knowing. The truth is all knowing. So you see what I mean? The connection. The truth is God. God is the truth. The devil is a lie. God is the truth. The devil is a lie. So, anyways, so I feel like like I was telling you guys earlier. You see, my phone is interacting with me because the live, since my phone is capturing this video, is 17 minutes into this video already. And so, okay, what is it really? I don't want to make guess. Uh, I don't want to guess. My neighbor is saying some shit right now. I hear him from here. I'm very perceptive about things around me, and when people talk about me, like I know, I'm about the truth, so I know. Anyways, I was telling you guys, I'll connect some things I was talking about earlier to you guys right now. Like I was saying how I laid life to be a certain specific way, because I'm the messenger of truth, the real one, the real life messenger, savior, Messiah, he, me. So you're listening to the real messenger of truth, Messiah, savior, me. I know how to fix the system. I know how to do a lot of things. I know how to do everything that needs to be done in this system. I could fix everything by now. If you guys united, anyways. So I set life up to be a certain type of way, all the way to this point where we're at right now, life, where the way we're living and stuff like that. And I did it so that you guys have a choice to see if you love the truth or you want the illusions, the fast life, you know what I mean? Like the Lucifers, the satanic lifestyle, saying things but not saying it directly, or you just say it directly. A lot of people say it directly. You're normal. That's how you're supposed to be. Directly, straight to the point. You could play around and say that, jokes and say things indirectly, but always know that you're on the side of reality. You're grounded to reality. You're supposed to be grounded to reality. And if you want, you can go into the imagination and have fun too. But always know that you're good. You're on the side of truth, right? Because I'm good. Even if I do bad, I'm still good. You see what I mean? Like I could smoke weed, I could drink and stuff. That's considered to be bad and stuff like that. But I'm good. I know that I'm good. I don't do satanic shit. Like Satan is what they be. The type of shit Satan is be doing, crazy shit. I'm giving you a lot of information, but it makes sense. I could connect it all because I've given you guys a lot of different like roots that I didn't finish connecting yet to this point, but you know, I could connect it all by the end. I will. Check this out. So it's considered bad, but I'm still good. So I know what side I'm on. I'm on the side of truth. Satanists be doing crazy shit like messing with people's minds. They be trying to like hurt people indirectly. Like there's times when you meet someone and they start plotting ahead of time. Oh yeah, like they'll be talking to you and plotting ahead of not sometimes they're right there on the spot. They'll be like right there and you can hear them right there saying shit, and a lot of people hear this shit and they just can't believe what the fuck is going on. Like, oh, is he really like saying this shit within? And you there, like a lot of people just witness this and they're experiencing this stuff, and it's like yeah, so and they just can't believe it because it's occultic. They're saying it, but they're not admitting to it. You got to figure it out for yourself. You got to know. You got to be connected to the truth. You see what I mean? So once you connect to the truth, once you really sync yourself up with the truth, the higher self of your, the way you're supposed to be connected to the truth and not be this, because we're not supposed to allow the enemy. Hold up, restored. I felt like my mind was being, somewhat uh, not lowered, but it was just I just felt like I wasn't being 100. I wasn't being as consistent as the beginning. Someone with my phone and the memory. I don't have a lot of memory on my phone and stuff like that. So like, the enemy likes to use the lag on my phone and like that, weaknesses and work through weaknesses sometimes. But anyway, so I was saying, I feel it right there, right now again. So yeah, if you watch this live from the beginning, what I told you guys, the enemy were using technology like they did with 9/11 to target people all the way to now. And it's like, yo, they've been using technology to now to target people. I know, cause I even right now I feel the energies targeting. They were interacting with my mind, my brain activities to react a certain type of opposite way that you see right there. Feels like my mind is being like if it's drifting a little bit, but not because of me, not because I have a lack of consistency, but because there's, they're there, and because you're watching the live now is helping. If you wasn't watching the live, I'll be here experiencing more targeting than usual. Who? You, not me. Anyways, I am the real messenger of truth of this generation. Me. If I wasn't here, you wouldn't be able to exist. I gotta be here in order for you. In order for I make sense of life. Anyways, so yeah, I was saying a lot of things, and then I was saying something, and then I started feeling what I'm feeling right now, which is confusion. You see, I called it out exactly. Confusion. What else? Brain activity diffuser. That you see, I called out another one. They're literally placing curses. So my neighbor right now is calling out curses right now. So my neighbor is a witchcraft shaman or whatever. They like to deal with witchcraft, and witchcraft deals a lot with spying. They literally do this shit blatantly right about now. He's literally interacting with my phone right now, my neighbor, and saying things so that my phone reacts a certain type of way and I feel the confusion that I was just telling you about. You see what I mean? Indirectly. I speak the truth. Thank you. The truth is God. So yeah, so my neighbor right now across the street, like I told you guys earlier, Mexican, they like to deal with brujeria, witchcraft, and witchcraft is about spying, knowing, but not telling you, but they being there, acting like if they're not doing what they're doing, mischievousness, sneakiness, lies, deceptions, Because lies, for people to pull off lies, they gotta hide the truth. You see what I mean? The truth about it, they gotta hide. Sneakiness, mischievousness plays in with lying. You see what I mean? So that's why lies is what you might call indicative to. It's like connected to the devil, even though the devil is a lie. They gotta act like if the devil is real, even though it's a lie. You see what I mean? So they could work indirectly, inadvertently through the devil, even though it's a lie. You see what I mean? Like if the devil is real, like if a lie is having forward motion of its own, which is not true. And what's the best way to do that? Through technology. See what I mean? Because the devil is not real, so they got to come up with a lie to represent the devil. Right now, hold up, my neighbor right now is trying to come up with something. Ultron. Right now, they literally code that because I told you about the computer and lies having can't have full emotion of their own, so they gotta go do it through computers. You see what I mean? So right now, he started calling out Ultron and the Celestials. Literally, they're using fictional characters right now to target me, and this is happening right now in real time. So my neighbor who lives across the street, okay, it's this way right here. In this house over there, you can look. Let's see if you can feel the energy coming from this way. Mexico. You see the house right there. You see the image right there that was projected at you. House, and there's like a camper van, minivan, or van in there in front of the house, white. You see in the house is like kind of like that kind of like you see, I just literally expose the image of it, the house that is right, and right there, you seeing it right now. I'm exposed. I know how to do that shit, but I know how to do that by the way too. I could show you images with my mind that look. I've done it a lot of times anyway. So they're not the only ones who know how to do this stuff. A lot of people in society don't know how to do this stuff. They have a lack of knowledge about these types of things. You're supposed to know about these types of things so that they can't get away with the type of stuff that they've been getting away with on people. Like I told you, there's times when you meet someone and they're right then and there trying. Oh, that's something I was talking about earlier. I'm gonna connect it. And they be right then and there trying to set you up for another future time where they're not even there, but they'll be there through astral projection ways, methods. You see what I mean? Like if they go and astral project right then and like, I'm gonna go over there, and while he's getting in the car, I'm gonna go and set him up, and see, and when he presses on the brake, I'm gonna make him not press it all the way, and this car is and they literally see it before it happens. Like yo, that's why you're supposed to know the truth so that the enemy cannot get away with this type of stuff. They're literally devil worshippers. They worship lies, deceptions, maliciousness. They're the bad side. Like Star Wars, dark side, they're the bad side. They're bad. They're bad. Some are worse than others. They're not all bad. Some are on the dark side, but it's just less than there's a hierarchy too. So like some are worse than others, and there's like there's bad siders who are not that bad. They're bad. They do bad shit, and they're satanic, but they're you know what I mean. So and there's like good people who are bad, but they're not satanic. So the divider line is right there where you could be bad, being good, and not be satanic and have it way better off than they do. Cause they're bad, hell bent, all that shit. And like I said, there's a hierarchy. They're not all bad like that. There's some who are bad and have some good to them, and there's good people who have bad to them, but they're still good. You see what I mean? The divider lines where good, you can still be bad and still be good. You can do bad and still be good. You can lie and still be good. You see what I mean? Because lies are not necessarily all bad. There's positive lies and there's negative lies. So they're not all bad, even though the devil is connected to lies, deceptions, and shit. You can use deceptions for good too, to teach someone the truth inadvertently through deceptions. Like you can just tell someone something and not directly tell them and teach them the truth. You see what I mean? Because lies are indirect. The truth is direct. You see what I mean? When you, I like to be direct. So I'm on the side of truth. Check this out. I like to be direct mostly. I usually go straight to the point, right to it. Right from the beginning of the video, I tell you the truth. Blah. That's it. I don't need to watch your video no more. You just go on about your day. I get it. I usually tell people the whole thing from the beginning of the video. Blah, everything. And then the rest of the video is just you watching me talking and explaining things and connecting dots or whatever. You see what I mean? I like to go straight to the point. But not only that, I like to tell everything. Sometimes I tell you things without having to tell you things. Like during the video, I've spoken about things and I'm thinking about other things, and it's there. It's not hidden. It's not occultic. I'm telling you without, or I'm thinking about it, but I'm not hiding it. I'm not occultic. I'm not Satan. I'm not a Satanist, devil worshiper. I'm not like that. Now, you could be satanic, like hell bent for good, and it actually is good. Like they're satanic and they're doing it for bad reasons. You could be satanic and actually do it for good. Mind blown, right? You see all the information I'm giving you? Because people think satanic, like you could just be like satanic and fight them for justice. You see what I mean? Like, because they're satanic and like they like to destroy and sneak up on people and mess with people inadvertently or whenever people are distracted and shit like that. You could be satanic and play their game, but like for good. And instead of like, you see what I mean? You see what I mean? You see what I mean? Like a good devil, positive devil, devil for justice. They're like a devils for malicious intentions. They like to, do tricky shit, devilish shit. They like to mess with people's lives. Like I said, I explained it, and because I've done it before. Not like I'm a devil, like, but I've into the level of that where ooh, yeah, and and I go and destroy the whole fucking they thinking that they're bad and then, the satanic thing is one way, but then I go do the positive version of it, blah, and I do it for good and I completely demolish them. You see what I mean? I go to their level, but on the positive side, which is all the way stronger and better than their weak shit. You see what I mean? And I demolish them because I know how to do it. I don't allow myself to go to their side. I know what side I'm on. I could be bad and still be good. Like they're bad. They like to hurt people. When you eliminate someone who is bad, that is good because they're bad. They're like, let's say a bad guy. They're trying to kill someone who's innocent. You take them out. That's good. You see what I mean? So there's a lot of people who don't get it. Like they just never want to kill anything because they perceive it as a bad thing. But it's not necessarily all bad. You could eliminate someone and it be a good thing because you're doing it to save. You're doing it to prevent them from becoming a bigger problem or whatever. You see what I mean? So there's a lot of ways to seeing things. A lot of people have a one track mind where they think they grow up and they think a certain type of way and that's the only way they see it. They can't see it any other way. See what I mean? I like to see it like root thinking. Like I see like I like to see all possibilities, routes and stuff like that. The enemy just started copying that off of me. They were doing that before to some kind of level, but ever since they started targeting me, their malicious, mischievous targeting methods went through the roof because I'm about the truth. I know life. I know about life. I know about I have my level of comprehension is God level. You see what I mean? Because I'm connected to God. I represent God here in the human body. In the human body. I am the messenger of truth here, and I'm not lying to you. I know it. So anyway, so because they started targeting me, they became better at being satanic. You see what I mean? And it makes sense because of who I am. Because of who I am, they had to come at me a certain type of way. And the way they did it was watch me and implement whatever works to whatever level is working if I allow it against me. See what I mean? And I allowed it to a point where they're coming at me, but I wanted them to, because I was destroying them all the time. And it was just like, okay, I destroy you so much, and it's like you keep coming at me, and I just it got to the point where I just want to get rid of you. So like I decided, okay, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you to help me to get rid of you. And I even explained it to him too. Like I told him, like, yo, I'm going to get rid of you. Check this out. I'm gonna teach you how to target me better, so that you can expose yourself to people, and then when they see you, then people that don't know about this that you were doing, targeting people's, hiding amongst us, acting like friends and shit like that. Now they know, hey, there's a society amongst us. They're devil worshippers, and they were there, and they weren't telling us their true intentions, and you know they were acting like friends and family and stuff like that. And now we know, and now I know whatever, you know what I'm saying, bringing them up indirectly, like I told you earlier, telling them without telling, you know what I'm saying. So like I had the enemy come after me, so I could expose them, so that I could get rid of them. So I'm pretty much using them against them. You see what I mean? So yeah, I'm using them to help me get rid of them. I explain myself to them too. And one thing about Satan is their side is that they don't like to be told the truth because they're liars and deceivers. And when, like, let's say they're about to do something and they're, like, let's say they're being fucking mischievous and devilish and shit, and they want to destroy someone's life, and you read them, you read the playbook, like, oh shit, he's trying to fuck with somebody. And you tell them, oh, you trying to fuck with somebody, huh? I see you, you fucking piece of shit. And plow! It just fucks up the whole fucking playbook. That's it, it's done. Like, they can't do that shit. It's, they abort the fucking mission, abandon ship, or the whole fucking, they can't do it because you called it out. Like, I fucking see you. Sometimes you feel shit about people, and you see. Sometimes you can see. You're supposed to call them out. Sometimes, not everyone. Sometimes they'll try to act tough, like they want to fight you or whatever the case. Especially if they're clicked up and shit. But anyway, you see what I'm talking about, right? Sometimes you read it and it's like, yo, the train. Or you've seen things that they've done before and it's there on display, but they're not hiding it well enough, and he's like, oh, you're a piece of shit. And then you may go into this mischievous mode where, yo, I'm gonna fucking destroy the fucking shit out of you. I see you for who you are. Oh, and then you fucking destroy them, and you may look like the bad guy or not, whatever the case is. But you see what that type of stuff. You see what I mean? Like, oh shit, you're fucking scumbag. That baby, yeah, or whatever, whatever the fuck they did. But anyways, I'm exposing the satanic society amongst us. Um, yeah, a lot of you have done that probably, or you probably saw something in people that, hey, I shouldn't be around you, and you just go, like you just don't tell them anything. They get it right away. Like they get it that you don't want to be their friends or whatever. Some people don't get it, but some of them do. They're not all on the same level of comprehension or same level of malice. They practice they project they do their maliciousness in different ways because they're different. Just like the good siders, we're all different. They're different under negative ways. You see what I mean? So there are negative siders who do it however they do it, and we're good siders, positive siders. Good side, bad side, not necessarily one or the other is good or bad. Anyways, so like that's like a good way to explain what we're dealing with right now, and I feel the confusion that you see Obama. You see right there, you saw the image of Obama. Literally, I found the truth. I went to the truth. I want to know what it is. Obama, who else? And now they're putting. So it's pretty much who else? Who is it that's doing this? And wait for the answer to manifest. Just don't let nobody tell you because they could be the enemy sometimes. Sometimes if someone tells you, look, look at their intentions. What side are you on? You trying to deceive me? See what I mean? So who's really doing this right now? I'm gonna go over the truth finding with you right now. So I want to know the truth. Who is it that's doing this? I'm gonna tell you right now. Right now, you know. Tobias inadvertently. Is it the truth though? Who is it really? Mark Wahlberg? And then sense how it feels. Is it really Mark Wahlberg? Is it really Tobias? Tobias Rivera? Someone I grew up with. Like I told you before, Lucifer literally grew up with me. I'm the messenger of truth, and he's the messenger of lies. See what I mean? It makes sense. He was like right next door to me in the Bronx when I grew up, where I grew up. The, my mom. Anyway, so yeah, Lucifer grew up with me, and then he betrayed me one day, got me drunk, beat me up, gave me a scar on my lip, as you see right here. He cut me with my knife. I was drunk. Yeah, he did that Lucifer scumbag shit. I was supposed to be on my PC. I was supposed to be more alert. I was living my life. I wasn't really too much into the truth as much as now until I found a calling, a path. Like, oh shit. I saw someone on Facebook posting a lot of truth, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make my page about the truth because that's what I like. I don't like people lying to me. I don't. I'm fucking sick of the lies. So I'm gonna just go out there and find all the truth about life that I can, because I always had it. I always knew that hey, one day I'm probably gonna use technology when it's up to a certain type of level to go and connect all the dots and find all the truth. Because I already knew the truth growing up before anything, but I wanted to have physical proof of what I knew and some physical proof about other things that I could prove and stuff like that. So you see what I mean? I already knew the truth, but I wanted to be able to prove it with physical evidence. See what I mean? And that's why I'm able to explain so many things and it makes sense because I'm going straight to the point. Even though sometimes I don't connect some things, I do it and it still makes sense. You see what I mean? So to connect to some of the dots I may have not connected earlier, it's pretty much is self-explanatory. So yeah, so like check this out. So yeah, Bronx, Lucifer. I hear you. So I started out talking about how the enemy in this country were using technology to target specific people and have certain control, certain pace within society, so that to maintain some kind of chaotic order where people are chasing money and not going off and coming up with too great of ideas where we're not needing money and we're living good. Yeah, so they're the enemy. So anyways, and then I started talking about how they were using technology to target people specifically, like I'm being targeted by the enemy. They're freaking out over me because I know what I'm doing and they're coming after me and I'm using what they're doing against me against them, especially now that I'm recovering from my spine surgery. Game over. That's it. I told them too. Yo, once I recover, game over. And now I'm doing exactly what I told them. So I laid this out a long time ago. I knew that I was gonna have a back problem a long time ago. It was foretold. Oh, the worst, the world's worst pain, back pain. It was foretold before it happened. Here, oh yeah, and the Mexican, three Mexicans. There's a Mexican over here in this house next door to mine, and a Mexican and some Mexicans across the street on this side on the back of my house. So I got one next to my house, to the right of my house or left, whatever orientation you're looking at my house from, and I got one on this side of the house, and so they're targeting me. What you call it? See how it right there. They put confusion in the brain path where I was about to make sense of the word that I wanted to use. So yeah, so they like to target me simultaneously. That was the word I was looking for. They put confusion in the middle of it. Like it's something they do, but I'm allowing it for like entertainment purposes and stuff like that, and so that I could use it to explain. They give me motivation to expose them. You see, like my neighbors, they be targeting me. Sometimes they annoy me a little bit because it's like consistent. It's very persistent all the time. All the time, they don't stop, and they serve as motivation for me to expose the satanic system, the network that they have in this country amongst us, uh, you know what I'm saying, in this society, in this country. And like I said, they have members in a lot of different, and they have different chapters. It's not only Freemasons and the Illuminati, the KKK, Skull and Bones deals with government and presidents and scholars and, scientists and shit like that, doctors, high grade, like important, not even important because they're fucking scumbags, but want to be important, look alike individuals like George Bush is a Skull and Bones. That's an occultic society. What is a precedent? What is a precedent that belongs to a occultic society doing in presidency in the office? It's not supposed to happen. You're never supposed to have someone that belongs to an occultic society in the office because it poses a huge risk. They're in a fucking occultic. You don't know everything about it. What are you really doing? See what I mean? They're terrorists. Skull and Bones is a terrorist organization. The Illuminati is a terrorist organization. They're an occultic society. And the Illuminati has their tag, and Freemasons, the Illuminati and Freemasons have their symbol on the dollar bill. That pyramid with the eye on it that's an occultic symbol telling you there's an occultic society in this country running some things like the government, like there's a lot of Illuminati members within the government structure or Freemasons. Freemasons run a lot of things because they're like the builders of lies and shit like that. So they're like the main umbrella in this country. So they put their sin, and they like, Satan is the thing, is like I told you, they like to speak indirectly through. So speaking through symbols is one way to speak indirectly through. You see what I mean? That's one of their languages that they like to do. So symbols like putting the stamp on the dollar bill, pyramid. It's like the moment check this out. Check this out. The moment I saw the symbols on the dollar bill, I saw the pyramid and the eye. I was like, Freemasons. Oh, I didn't even know what the fuck that they were. I just knew like there was an occultic society in this country, and I wanted to find out exactly all about it. Like, I knew automatically, like, oh shit, there's a fucking secret society in this country. I knew right away. Oh shit. Like I knew already. But it was like, oh shit, it's right there. Physical fuck. Are you fucking seeing this shit? It's right here. There's a fucking. Do you see this shit? There's a fucking pyramid on the $1. You see this shit, bro? You see this shit? Yeah. Like it's a pyramid. Like, yeah, it's there. You see what I mean? And if you notice, the fucking thing, the symbol is separated. So there's the pyramid side of it, which is represents the Illuminati, and it has the eye on it and shit like that, perverts. And then there's the bottom side of it after the pyramid, which represents the foundation of the pyramid. You see what I mean? So Freemasons represent the bottom aspect of the pyramid, and the Illuminati represent the top section of the pyramid. You see what I mean? The whole of the structure that you see, the symbol that you see on the $1 bill. You see what I mean? So like, yeah, that shit is that shit. I was like, what the fuck? There's a fucking So like, check this out. It even spells the word Mason if you put it together, because like I said, they speak indirectly, so you got to make sense of it. You got to, it's like put it together a puzzle and shit. Like, what I'm saying, you got to find the clues and shit, and like put it together and make sense of it and shit. So like, if you the start of Israel, the upside, right, the upside and downside pyramid put together. The star of Israel star, when you put it to the pyramid symbol and you put an inverted pyramid to it, and you trace the letters that points to each uh you know what you call it, like a corner of each side and shit, like, because it goes one here, one here, one here, one here, and then one here, because the bottom pyramid, right? And then there's the upright pyramid, and The one on the top doesn't point to a letter, but it does tell you that they worship Lucifer, the sun, in case you didn't know. So Lucifer, my neighbor, when I was growing up and shit like that, is one of their idols and shit like that. I'm God, straight to the point. So, and I'm not lying to you. Don't deny me. I'm telling you. So check this out. So yeah, they do one of those, like if it's not true. So it's not Jesus. They want you to worship Jesus because Jesus is the fake Messiah. He's the one that's not gonna come and save you. They want you to rely on Jesus. Put your all your eggs in that basket to deceive you and keep you waiting, so you never take action. You're just waiting for Jesus. They were planning to bring out Jesus through illusions, lies, and deceptions through a project called Project Blue Beam, if you ever heard of it. And it's not a conspiracy theory, it is actually a CIA psyop that they were working on doing until I exposed the whole fucking thing. Not only me, others too. But anyways, check this out. So the pyramids and stuff like that, it points to letters, and if you gather the letters, one of the one word that you come up with is Mason. See what I mean? So it's like a puzzle that you got to put together. So yes, yeah, I'm giving you guys so much information. I am God, and it's not the way you think. Like, oh, if you're God, why don't you just do everything? It's just it could work like that, but I did this for a reason, progressive reasons. I gave you guys the choice, and a lot of people chose to worship Lucifer. One day, I even guided people, why don't you just join Lucifer? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then they joined, and I started making fun. Fuck, man, sis. I'm literally God. I told you that. You should have just came with me, and I would have fixed everything. So a lot of people went and joined Lucifer one day because of me. I was just like, because they were just there undecided and they didn't have a direction. I did it for a reason, so I didn't do it just to make fun. They're Satanists. The moment they become Satan, devil worshippers and start worshiping Lucifer, I gotta make fun of them. You know what I'm saying? It's that's the word. It's automatic. Is it's there. Anyways, I had to make fun of them. You know what I'm saying? Because they're fucking. The moment they join, I can't be nice to them. They're literally not. They don't like nice people, and so I had to make fun of. So I did it for a lot of reasons. Anyways, I laid it all out for a specific reason, and I did that for specific reasons too, so that they could grow amongst us, and so that I could destroy them too, because it makes me happy to destroy them too, because they like destruction and stuff, but they don't like to be destroyed. They do like to be destroyed, but not like for justice, or when you like destroying them and you enjoy it because you know they're bad and they deserve it. So I enjoy it. I used to have pity on them, but you can't have any pity on because they're really fucked up. Like, you can't have any pity on them. You're supposed to really take them out. At this point, I'm to the point where I want to get rid of all of them, and it makes perfect sense because they're in the way. As you can see, chasing money is not leading people anywhere. It's not really a good thing. You see what I mean? Right now, we could be to the point where we don't need money and things could be done out of common sense. Oh, the roads need to be fixed. Guess what? We don't need money. We just go and put together a group of people to do this because they want to do it. They want to help society. It needs to be fixed. It makes perfect sense for the road to be fixed, right? Who needs money? We just do it because it makes sense, and not because we need money to get it done. You see what I mean? No taxes. I know how to fix the system. I know how to fix every problem in our society. I am God, by the way. So what kind of God would I be if I didn't know how to do that, right? But anyways, I did do a lot of things that are playing out nowadays from the time that I did it. My inner self, me. Anyways, so I had to sync myself to my inner self in order to complete myself, my physical self with my inner self, because there's two of you. There's the you that's within and is already complete, And then, if it is, and there's you physicality learning things physically. See what I mean? There's you physically, and then there's you, your inner self, your imaginary astral projection, spiritual self. You see what I mean? Two different. And so the enemy went within, and they created a network within because they like to operate within mostly, but they do it through technology mainly because, like I said, synthetic reasons. They don't like. Uh, so yeah, they act like they're better than us, but they're not. Because robots are not necessarily better. Like we're already at the level of perfection for what beings are supposed to be. Like you see what I mean? Like robots are like if they're they're not there. They don't have it. Humans have it. Robots don't have it. They're empty. They don't have real like you see what I mean? They don't have it. Anyway, so yeah, so guys, I gave you guys so much information. You literally met God in this life, and I'm not lying to you. Like I said, but you should know by now. I'm gonna give you guys realization so that because I spoke to you guys before entering this place, gave you guys a rundown of things, and I'm gonna allow you to remember. Hold up, let me try to get in between the flow of information here so that I don't remind you. And if it happens, they want to be the ones telling you and try. I already see the whole fucking playbook. It's not gonna happen. Go away, Satan. Who is that? David Samadine? David. That's Lucifer, by the way. Listen, you fucking loser. Go. Oh, matter of fact, stay. You see, that's a way to confuse him when you tell him both ways. Because he's in between. Like, if I go, fuck, I'm doing what he's wanting. But if I stay, and then he wants to do both, but he can't. There's a combination of both where he's going, but he's staying. And he's still doing what I want. So he loses. You see what I mean? Losers, that's the side of, Satan are fucking losers. They can't win. I'm on the side of winning. I was born a winner. I already won. I don't have to try to win because I already won. I literally told, like, when he told the devil the truth, he loses. I told the devil before, even though there was a lie and stuff like that, I told the devil the truth before coming here. So I had already won before life began. You see what I mean? Makes perfect sense. You tell them the truth, they can't do it. They can't win. That's it. You won. Like, so I won. So I know. That's why I know a lot about. I like. I'm giving you guys so much information. Keep watching my videos. You guys gather a lot of people, unite, get on the same level of comprehension, the same page about the enemy, me, the things I told you about. Go over this live because it's very important. This live is, a lot of you came through, watch it live. So, well, some of you, I'd rather have like thousands, hundreds of millions of viewers and likes and stuff like that than 10, 15 viewers. Some of them may be Illuminati. Like, no, like, you guys got to do your part. I could do it all by myself, but it's a lot more fun when you participate in your side of you getting justice for what the enemy has done to us. So I'd rather you participate with me to get justice for us instead of me just doing everything, getting justice for us by myself. That way you just say, yeah, we all getting justice. You see, instead of just, me and you're watching me get all the glory, like, yeah, I got this. Join the fun. So yeah, so like unite, spread the word, get on the same level of comprehension, or try to get people, not try, get people on the same. Okay, I'm gonna set it up right now. It's done. Simple. So it's done now. So you guys will spread the word. It will make perfect sense. Everything that you need is there already. So like, I literally just did that. So it will come true. It's bound to happen anyways. I'm making it happen, so it's bound to happen because I made it happen just now. Literally, I said it will come true. So like, spread the word, get on the same page, and then I'll do the rest from there. Then after that, then you look for me. So unite, share, elevate, and then look for your savior, me, Julio Romano. And then I'll take you guys to phase two. I already got this figured out. Come on, God. So phase one, you guys unite, look for me. Phase two, I elevate you to a higher level where I already have the solutions. Tell you guys what to do. This is what we're gonna do. I already know. I'm gonna hear your ideas because you guys have some great ideas and that's cool. Oh, joke coming up, and I'll entertain it, but I already know what to do, and my ideas are better than yours because I already know what to do. I already thought about everything. But yeah, so like, and then we just move on to get rid of the enemy and implement my system, which is perfect for humanity. You work to help society and others. Everything is free. Imagine you getting a free Lambo. You just order it. I want a free Lambo. I want a Lambo, and you just order one. You just get it. You don't have to pay for it because you're working. You're affording for society, and it's free, and it makes perfect sense for you to have a Lambo if you want one. See what I mean? I mean, there will be rules, like you know what I'm saying, like, but it's a lot better than what's going on now. I have it all figured out. Anyways, so yeah, yeah, I was supposed to go like 10, 20 minutes ago. Not really. I'm still here. You see how I see it? Maybe. So stay tuned. Watch my videos. Spread the word. Come back to me. Phase two, elevate, progress. Then we finally move on to the point of life.